trouble. You're following me, man.
I'm all right, Mrs. J. Just a little frustrated, that's all.
Do you see that these kids are hopeless? I mean, I've been teaching here for a long time.
Racism, slavery, it's very sensitive, I know.
Hi, and welcome to Kelly, where we talk about life, your life and my life. And through Kelly, we hope to inspire. I have Tiffany Burgess on the show today. She is a professional, a health professional. Say it.
Public health professional.
I don't know why. It's like too much coming out at one time and my brain goes. So you've been into public health for 15 years.
Yes.
And somewhere along the way, you learned to write.
Yes.
So tell us, where you came from and how you got to where you are.
Absolutely. So actually, I've been writing since I was 6 years old.
Okay.
But my background, as far as my education, is in science and health.
Okay.
So by day, like you said, I'm a public health professional. I do chronic disease prevention, but by night, I'm a writer.
Wow.
And so, yes.
And you said you went to Emory and you took a class on writing.
Yes. So after I finished my Master of Public Health program at Emory, I started working in the field. But, when you have a passion, it doesn't go away.
Right.
A true passion.
Yes.
And I've always wanted to, publish a children's book and, get my stories out there, inspire folks with my words. And so Emory offers various classes for their alum. And it's called Evening at Emory. And so they had a creative writing and publishing course. And I would work, my regular work hours, 9 to 5, and then I would go to that course at night to kind of make sure I learn more about this whole writing entertainment industry and hone my skills. So.
And you wrote a children's book, Skin Like Mine.
I did.
And here it is, guys, Skin Like Mine. What inspired this?
Actually, it is loosely based on my life.
Okay.
I grew up in Nashville, Tennessee.
Oh, wow.
Yay, Nashville. I am obviously a darker African American, and my mother is a lighter skinned African American woman. So the book addresses colorism in the African American community, but it really transcends race. It's really about self-love and defining beauty for yourself for children ages 8 to 12. But I've had adults come and tell me they've been inspired by it. So I feel like it's for everyone.
So yeah, and it's a good book for children to read. I hope at one point we get past all that. It's funny to me because I probably didn't know until maybe my early 20s that there was actually discrimination in your own race on lighter skin and darker skin. That was so. It still kind of blows my mind a little bit. Yeah. So you wrote a screenplay called Flipped. Tell us about that.
So I partnered with two friends from Hampton University. So shout out to the Pirates. And it was Jack Manning III. It was his brainchild. He's the creator. And then Lawrence Wofford is the director. And I wrote the screenplay for a short film.
Okay.
It's shot here in Georgia. It's based in Georgia. We have local actors who we paid.
Who are some of your actors that you have?
We have a young man who stars in it. His name is Luke George Sink, and he plays Christopher Imani. And then we have Brandon Fobbs, who came from LA.
Okay.
He plays in it. Naomi Mack, a young man named Confidence. So we have a great cast, a great group of folks who worked hard on this short film.
Right. Now, did you get to be on set through this process?
Yes, I was, besides being the screenwriter and Jack and Lawrence, we all wore many hats because budgets, I learned a lot about making a film, how much it costs.
Right.
Things that you have to do, like providing food and things of that nature for your cast and your crew. And so I had to wear many hats, be on set, be kind of a co-producer, wardrobe, stylist. So I was there the entire time.
I think that anybody who gets into this profession should do a film without a large budget because you learn so much about other people's jobs and you do wear many hats. And then when you get on a project that is really, 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 where you're set to your to what you were supposed to do, you're like, whoa. But it's so good. And And I think with your lower budgets, you have to be really creative and use your imagination so much.
You do.
What was one of the hardships of, well, let's say with the writing?
Okay. Wow. Just, I am someone, I'll go to Starbucks or some type of like coffee house and sit and get it all out. So when my friend Jack approached me about writing it, it was like right before Labor Day weekend in 2016. And I wrote it, the first draft that weekend.
Okay.
I just like to get it all out. And then we went through like many strategic planning sessions, and it, was very much an iterative process. And you're going to have some even creative differences, like, you know what, I don't think they should say that. And as a writer, I know I can be kind of sensitive. So I'm like, why shouldn't they say that? This is great. Like, this is brilliant. So, you have to be flexible, be open to what your partners envision as well.
Yeah.
And
And
so-
that is hard because basically your work is being critiqued.
Right.
And being told that you need to change it, and you put a lot into it. So that's hard for any artist.
Yeah, it is. It is.
And when you get up into the professional world, an artist has to be able to flow within realms of
Exactly.
what the director wants and what what sells.
Right.
So it's not like you really just get this free form,
Right.
and you learn that,
Yeah.
and that's a tough. So what Flipped is going to film festivals?
So Flipped, short film about kind of alternate reality. I'll
Okay.
put it that way without spoiling it. And you follow this high school student, Christopher Imani, a day in the life of this all-American teen and his struggles dealing with racism in modern day America. And it has been well received thus far, but we haven't been able to, disseminate it broadly because we are in consideration for a number of film festivals,
Right.
which is super exciting.
Yeah.
So we're waiting to hear back.
Yeah, that's great. We had Corey Champagne on the show, and he was a series regular in 7 Seconds.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's really interesting. I'm enjoying hearing things from your side, because we only know our history and what we grew up with. And I think it's so important for us to share those things because we're not as far apart as we think we are. We've just been fed with stereotypes. And I really think that, as we share more, I hope that so thank you for sharing.
That's the goal. The goal is, sometimes you have to walk in someone's shoes or actually see yourself in the situation to understand. So that's, the main goal of the film is to really like shed some light on some things and hopefully get folks talking and having those difficult conversations.
Yeah, so important. And I see it more and more happening. I have for you some Laffy Taffy.
Okay. Thank you.
That is to remind you you're a gift in life. And I literally just came out of my mouth. The more you share, the more it's a gift to the world. And as the more that our cultures become more embedded, we have to get there.
Yeah, you're right.
If you have some advice to give to an upcoming screenwriter, what would that be?
My advice would be to hone your skills. Don't be afraid of rejection. It's just a part of the process. So you have to believe in your talent. You have to believe in your product, but also understand that, everything isn't for everyone. So you have to kind of develop a thick skin and be open to constructive criticism. And really just go for it. I'm all about time management because I have, a day job, a career, and then I also have, my writing and trying to marry the two and follow my dreams. So just don't be afraid to go for it and put in the work. And I feel like I can definitely say it's been worth, all the effort.
That's what I was going to say. Looking back through the process, what have you learned the most?
That you're going to have the ebbs and flows. Like you will have the writer's block. You'll have times when you don't feel like you can get your story out. And things are always going around in my head.
Right.
I'm one of those people. So, and that's okay. you know, and then you take a step back, relax, and then start again.
And let yourself go again.
Let yourself go again.
Yeah, I think we all, that's so important to remember, that relaxation time to rejuvenate. Thank you so much for being here. Guys, please make sure that you say hello to Tiffany in the comments below. We like to welcome our guests and for them to feel good, and you are a part of our show. Thank you for being here, and we hope that we educated and inspired you.